Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you think that Poland's military is afraid or scared of Wagner private military company? Neither do I. Why? Because we have three options here. You have either Poland is weak and obviously is afraid of anyone regardless of the other side's strength. Second, Poland is not weak, is strong, but the other side is very, very strong or much stronger. And the third option would be Poland is very weak and the other side is very strong. Maybe there are some other options, but I see only three here. So in this case, Wagner military company, private military company, deployed some people by the Polish border while in Belarus. And supposedly, actually reportedly by the Prime Minister of Poland, they are very concerned about it. They are very concerned. So let me show you two articles and about three maps. Three. Why? So we know what's going on. Where are the mercenaries deployed? The mercenary group of Wagner are in Belarus, as you probably know, because they were supposedly kicked out of Russia. So let's look at the titles here of these two articles and then go to the maps so we have a better understanding where this occurs. Ukraińska Prawda. Polish Prime Minister announces relocation of 100 Wagner mercenaries to Suwalki Gap. Now you say, well, it's just an announcement. Okay. Now we got this bad people, Russia Today. Ukraine's neighbor, which is Poland, raises alarm over Wagner. Poland claims more than 100 members of the private military company have been deployed near the border with Belarus. So, and here is why they are scared. The Wagner private military company is preparing a quote-unquote hybrid attack on Polish territory from Belarus. Poland's Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki has claimed. Well, you will be ready and you're gonna fuck them up. Correct? Correct. So, no worries from you, Poland. Now, where is this little Suwalki Gap? Where is that located? All right, we got the map here. For people who are not very familiar with Europe, Poland is right here. And I'm going to show you a better map right here. Actually, this one right here. So Poland is this green grass of home here. Now, north here, the yellow thing is Kaliningrad. This is Russia. Here, the poop color brown is Lithuania, 2.8 million people population. Here, this one, I don't know what color this might be, mustard, dark, ugly mustard. This is Belarus. Here is Ukraine. So this is Russia, far, far away. Now, Poland has a problem with this. I mean, Poland has a problem with everybody here, just to start with. And here, it's not my opinion. Go and speak with I don't know, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old Pole. I'm not talking about with someone who's 20 years old, unless that 20 years old knows its history. Will agree with me here. So here in this corner, where my strong hand is located, right here, that's where the little town of Bethlehem is, which is called Suwalki Gap. And right here, it's right here, so you can see it, and we can come closer right here. So they say that they're not located here, but close to this little thing. So they're probably here in this little corner of Belarus. This is where they're located. So this is Kaliningrad. This right here is Lithuania. This is Poland, and this is obviously how do you call it? Belarus. Ukraine is down here. Now, that is right here in this little corner. Now we'll go to Poland, the map of Poland, and they're probably located right here in Belarus. This blue thing is Belarus here. So this is this corner, but with colors so people can identify it easier. So Russia, Kaliningrad, this is Lithuania, this is Belarus, this is Poland. So they are located right here, and some of them are located right here. So north and south. Now there are 100 people, my friends, and I have to announce you, if you didn't know that Poland's military is one of the strongest, or not the strongest if you don't consider Turkey in Europe, one of the strongest in Europe as numbers and population, and it's a powerhouse. So you're scared of 100 or you raise alarm. No problem with doing that. Could you do that? Sure. What are you going to do? Well, probably going to bring, as you already did, some military personnel, your army, at the borders with Belarus, which they already did for the reason of the Belarusians providing them with some immigrants and or refugees, however you want to call those guys. And then the mercenary group bringing, I think, 100 people here, 100 over there. So let's read the articles and see why are these guys so scared, if they are. Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki has announced the relocation of a group of mercenaries from the Wagner Group to the Suwalki Gap, which connects the country with the Baltic states and also separates the territory of Russian Kaliningrad Oblast and Belarus. Morawiecki said Poland has been facing constant attacks on its border for the past 2 years. Have you heard about that? I haven't. I never heard of Poland being attacked. I heard that was one incident when there were some bullets coming from there, and they didn't identify who that was. This year alone, he added 16,000 attempts to illegally cross the border. Were recorded by migrants lured by Vladimir Putin and Alexander Lukashenko to push them into Poland. So this is a Ukrainian media outlet, and they consider the migrants crossing the border constant attack. So why should Americans consider their migrants crossing the border? Okay, so all of a sudden the European values are not shared by these guys from Ukrainska Pravda. They have to be re-educated. And I'm quoting, "Now the situation is becoming even more dangerous. We have information that more than 100 mercenaries of the Wagner Group have moved towards the Suwalki Gap near Hrodna in Belarus." Is that Hrodna? Let's see, which one should I take? Right here. Hrodna. So where is it? Is that a Hrodna here? In Belarus? Grodno? Hrodna? Where are you, Hrodna, baby doll? I don't see any Hrodna. Maybe you see it, but I don't. Obviously, I can look at here, but hey. Is that how it is? You see how fast I'm typing? Grodno. Opa, that's a different name. Or what's going on here? I think Hrodna. And this guy got me Grodno, or whatever that was, right? All right, well, I put Hrodna and they gave me Grodno. So that's what it is. Different probably name. Different, they call it differently. So it's probably the Poles call Paris Teris. And the Belarusian call Paris, I don't know, Zeki. Who the hell knows? But anyway, so this is where I showed you in that little corner over here. This is where they got it. And the Poles are a little bit concerned about it, to say the least. Right? So, they say they are becoming even more dangerous. We have information that more than 100 mercenaries. Like how many? 101 or 50,000? 50,000 is more than 100. 101 is more than 100. Anyway, of Wagner groups have moved towards the Suwalki Gap near Hrodna in Belarus. According to the Polish Prime Minister, and I'm quoting, "This is definitely a step towards a further hybrid attack on Polish territory." So he claims that this is a national security risk, I'm assuming, and they will be attacked. They are the victims here by the over more than 100 mercenaries. They are likely to be disguised as Belarusian border guards and will help illegal immigrants enter Polish territory. Destabilize Poland. What do you mean destabilize? Didn't you find out, didn't get the memo that diversity should be your strength as well? Look how America is so strong. America is so strong because we are told because of diversity. So you don't want to be strong? I guess not. That's why you're scared. But they are also likely to try to enter Polish territory posing as illegal immigrants, which creates additional risks. You deal with the issue very easy, my friends. So earlier, the National Resistance Center, created by the Special Operations Forces of Ukraine, reported that about 100 mercenaries of the Russian Wagner Group have arrived in Grodno. Okay, now we know Grodno. That's what it is, Grodno. I'm assuming this is where these weasels are telling us. All right, let's go back to the article. The majority of the mercenaries have experience in smuggling activities. Yeah, they went to college for that, including the smuggling of illegal. Did you hear that? They know that the majority of mercenaries, they have experience, man. They have experience in smuggling activities. Including the smuggling of illegal immigrants. They took classes for that in high school. Smuggling of, hey, you take one over here and you bring him, hold his hand, and you're gonna walk through over that little line over there called border, and that's the experience. Earlier, Poland's interior minister said that in case of serious incidents involving Wagner men, Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia would take action together. That means, attack or whatever. He added that Warsaw is in talk with Latvia and Lithuania on how to respond to the presence of mercenaries, and that the countries allow for the possible closure of border with Belarus if necessary. Yeah, I think you would do that. So last week, Belarus announced the start of joint exercise with the Wagner Group at the Brest training ground near the Polish border. According to the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, as of 22 of July, there were approximately 5,000 Russian mercenaries from Wagner Group. Now there are 9,000. I have to update that. They're behind. I covered that yesterday in another article, and this article is what, from today, Saturday 29th of July. So these guys are weasels, don't even know that. All right, Poland decided to deploy its troop east, about 1,000, because of Wagner Group in Belarus, while Lithuania called the exercise a demonstration action. All right, let's see where that Brest, or whatever that was, the Brest, not that kind of Brest, is somewhere down. I don't think we have it on this map. I know we have it. It's down here. Oh, where is it? Right here, Brest. Let's go with this map. So Brest is in what I showed you in the other corner of right here of Belarus. So this is the border between Belarus and Poland. This is the corner. This is Lithuania. So this is where they deployed in Grodno and in Brest, right here, what I showed you on the map, on the corners. Now we have the other article that I'm not going to read from the Russia Today. And again, he says that the alleged move by the private military company is undoubtedly a step towards an upcoming hybrid attack on Polish territory. So they are under attack. Creates additional risks, illegal immigrants, right here. Okay, well, let's see. Obviously, Poland can do whatever it wants on its territory. One thing I want to mention here, if you remember, or if you pick that name of the country here, they said that Latvia and Lithuania and Poland are in talks. But hey, where the hell is Latvia? I mean, Latvia is right here. So it doesn't even have a border with Poland, Latvia. Latvia has a border with Estonia, Russia, Belarus, and Lithuania. That's it. Lithuania, Estonia, Russia, Belarus. That's the right thing. Oops, no, we don't want that one. Oh, maybe. Thank you. No, it's the same thing. Right here. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, you think you're smart? Ah, no more. All right. So we solved the problem. So this is it. It doesn't have even borders, Latvia, but somehow, again, it inserts itself right here. Inserts itself in the situation right here. Well, you can say, well, it's close. Well, if you go by that, you got here what? Sweden, close to, right? And the United States is always close to everybody else, if you know what I mean. Now, they can do whatever they want. They can consider it national security, and they're the victims, and they're gonna get ready to invade Poland, invade Belarus, maybe in a preemptive act of so they don't want to be aggressed. And I think they are learning the lesson of United States. That's what US does. They are always weak, and they are the victims of everybody else's attack on their national security by doing something. So I think Poland does the same thing here, tries to pick a fight with Poland or do something at the border. Now, is it why I'm saying that? First, is it illegal for Poland to do whatever they want on their territory? Yes, it is. But your question will be, yeah, but their actions could pose a threat to the neighboring countries. Oh, really? What about NATO and the war in Ukraine next to Russia? Would that pose a national security threat to Russia? NATO presence in Ukraine? No? Okay, of course it would be. So if Poland, for good reason, can take whatever measures it wants on its territory regarding the accumulation of mercenaries in Belarus, so did the Russians when those guys, with the help of the free world, were killing their own people in Donbass, for instance. Okay? Is it fair to say that or no? I think it's fair. But hey, maybe not. So here, why I say maybe not, because people don't want to look at the facts as they are and put away, if this is true for me, that should be true for you as well. If we'll use the same logic here, one logic here, we should use it here as well in the same circumstances. Now, do I think that Poland, since you asked me, do I think that Poland will invade Belarus? I don't know, not impossible. Not impossible to create a problem, someone at the border. And because, let's put it this way, I don't think that Russia is not eager to bombard Poland. It's a how do you call it? I dislike when I see neighbors just yelling at one another and have problems, going back years. I would just, organize a come on here on my freaking property right here. Let's sign some paper or something. Let's see if you have you on video that you agree to have a fist fight and settle the scores. If you think you're so let's have it and have those guys beat the shit out of one another, and who wins wins. So same here with these guys. They're still Poland, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Russia, I'm gonna squash you. Why don't you just oh, that's crazy, Emil. Well, eventually they're gonna get to that. Eventually they will get to that. Well, it takes time, oh, he provokes me, oh, he attacks me, he's waging a hybrid war. Now, if that's going to be a hybrid war, isn't that a hybrid war in Ukraine waged by NATO against Russia? By the same standards, even more than that. Again, use the same logic in this and that. If these guys have, concerns about those guys bringing some mercenaries by their board, in their country over there, that's their deal. They do whatever they want. You feel threatened? Well, so did the Russians. Did NATO listen to that? No. Why is that? Because Russia cannot have any national security interests whatsoever. Only the victims. And the victim is the one who they say it is the victim. Okay? So, I think nothing will happen for now, but it's definitely going to be an escalation. And I didn't hear any preemptive strikes yet, but it was something over there said that Latvia, Lithuania and Poland will take measures. And what measures? They're going to close the border? Do it. It's your country after all. You can do whatever you want on your territory. Build a, 3,000 feet tall wall over there if you want. Do whatever you want. And then problem solved. Those trained mercenaries in smuggling illegal immigrants will not be able to cross the border unless they will fly. They takes those space suits. All right, but that would be very costly. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.